What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, guys, I want to focus on the Doom Tower. We're going to talk about the Dreadhorn boss because he's still annoying AF. This is going to be an endgame guide, okay? Everybody to be aware of that. So, a lot of people are always curious, how are these people doing like crazy runs on this? What's happening? How are they getting the best times in terms of 29 turns, 30 turns, 40, 50, you know what I mean? So in today's video, guys, I'm not going to show you exactly how they're doing it, but what I'm going to show you is going to be a team with Geomancer slaying the Dreadhorn boss for whoever wants to farm this boss a bit faster, if anyone farms these gear sets, you know? One thing that I want to do, I want to focus on series, guys, related with the Doom Tower. I want to find some of the best teams that are always at the top of the food chain with the lowest amount of turns and just do videos from different accounts showcasing you guys how this is possible, because a lot of you guys are always curious, Skratch, how are these guys getting that amount of turns, you know? In the past, we made quite a few videos on the Doom Tower. Now, the problem with the Doom Tower was nobody really gave a damn about it. It didn't really got a lot of views, so because of it, I didn't really made a lot of videos since was no demand for it, you know? But I feel like in the last few months, there is more demand for that sort of content, so I'm definitely gonna try to look more into it. Now, I already made you quite a few guides on the Dreadhorn boss as well. We had a solo, which doesn't go on 90 hard mode, but it goes on all the rest, and it's still working. On level 90 hard, there are quite a few different champions that can solo the boss. But if you're going as a full team, this boss has such a stupid amount of accuracy that it literally just gives you a headache. So what's so good about Geomancer? So for example, guys, my boy Geomancer, okay, he actually has decreased accuracy on the A1. Let me just find his build quick. And he has that passive that got changed recently, okay, when it kind of got nerfed in a way or another. Since he has that, you don't really need masteries for him to proc tons of damage. Actually, this deals tons of damage on bosses as well, not only in the clan boss, okay? So when you have HP burn that lands from here, this will actually bring up tons and tons of damage. So this little man right here destroys the Dreadhorn boss, okay? I have him built on a deflection set, an immortal set, just to give him tons of HP, more speed than the boss. He's on 252 speed, just to ensure that he's gonna go before the boss, okay? That's very important. If no, not everything is gonna run as good. In terms of masteries, I don't really have a offense tree on him. I kind of went with support instead, just to try a couple of different things to increase the chance to land that decreased accuracy, to increase the chance to have it for longer, and to have Cycle of Revenge to rotate a bit faster. Now, if I would have had enough accuracy, probably getting Oppressor wouldn't have been a bad idea to gain more turn meter from there. Timely Intervention could possibly work as well if you want to get more turn meter on Geomancer. The more turn meter he gets, the faster he rotates, so that's actually going to help your team a bit. Now, you don't want to get Evil Eye, and you don't want to get Cycle of Magic, because you gotta set the team in a way that when he gets at the boss, most of the times, because it's not gonna happen every single time, but as often as possible, he will have the A1 decrease accuracy instead to go with the A3 instant. So that's gonna help your team to stay stronger, you know, to survive the impact. But then let's jump quick in a run, guys, and I'm gonna show you the stats on the rest of the team in a second. Here we are, guys. Now, first I want to say big shout out to Arcelan, because this is his team. I kind of copied the team from him, and he actually gave me some instructions as well on how to run some of the champions. So big shout out to him, a clanmate of mine. He's usually always at the top, guys. He's always one of those guys who has a super low turn count on every single boss, okay? So I'm definitely gonna ask him more questions about different bosses in the future, and I'll be dropping some different videos on them, guys. The waves here are pretty annoying, so having a Candraphone is the best option to deal with. It deals tons of damage. Then you already have Veil. Duchess, she's kind of a must in here in order to keep the team alive, because she's strong affinity, and she's a very good tank, very good reviver. I don't need to tell you all that, guys. But is a pretty good team to farm quick with it, you know? So it's around 2-3 minutes, maximum 4 minutes per run. So if you are looking to get more resistance gear and you don't want to farm the golem and you think that this is the best way to do it, here we go. You see, that's why Duchess, she's so important here. I could run on Rector Dread more resistance or just run more resistance on Duchess because I don't have tons of resistance on them in terms to be able to resist the Dreadhorn Bomb boss without having decreased accuracy. I haven't built the team like that. Rector Dread, she does have quite a bit of resistance, but not enough for this boss, you know? So I would need probably 750, 800 resistance just to be in the sweet spot to make sure I'm not getting debuffed by this mad boss that we have right here. Honestly, solo is actually easier than running a full team on this guy, but it's super slow to farm it, you know? That's the whole thing about it. Deflection sets are pretty awesome if you want to farm the boss faster because you're transferring some bombs here and there. They do deal better damage now as well. I'm not really farming personally this boss. I'm always going in for the Dark Fae, or I'm going in for the Griffin, or I'm going in for the Scarab King. The rest, they don't exist for me and probably never will, at least not anytime soon. Depending on how the resistance meta is going to come in play next year with the patches that they're planning to do and the upgrades to Arena and all that, I might be farming more resistance gear. But in the meantime, honestly, I feel like it's just going to be a waste, you know? But look at the damage we are getting from a Geomancer, you know? Whenever he gets hit by the boss, as long as the passive procs, we are getting pretty solid damage. So we managed to do this in 50 turns, guys. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Look, Geomancer with 1.7 million damage. Candraphone killed all the waves and he's only at 1.1 million damage. Now I do have another run here that I recorded. I went back to back there, and it's pretty much working the exact same way. I think this was slightly longer, yeah, so it took us like 30 seconds more. 62 turns, so 12 turns extra, and in terms of damage, again, pretty solid, 1.3 million, more than Candraphone. But if we're going all the way to the Doom Tower, guys, just to quickly check how well we perform with this team globally, for example. So if we're going right here, I think we are number 13 globally with 50 turns. You see, so many people are actually running a Geomancer in the team. Decreased accuracy and that passive are actually pretty solid. Now, I'm not sure if anyone already made a video on something similar with this a while ago. I'm not sure. But since they changed Geomancer, he's literally a boss slayer. I do want to try him on the Griffin as well. Not sure if I'm going to manage to do this rotation. There we go. Arsalan, he actually got 3 turns more than me this time around. But usually he's always at the top, guys, with a super low turn count. And in the clan, I think I should be first now, yeah. Yeah, so we managed to sneak in and get a first place. Now, if we're going to show you the builds on the rest of the champions, Vogot as well, he is on a deflection set. So just give me a second to find him all the way at the bottom. I haven't really focused tons of speed on him, honestly, because it's not that important. I gave him tons of HP, tons of defense. I haven't gave him resistance since I want him to get the bombs on. And anyway, I could give him 600 resistance and still get debuffed. So don't even bother with it. You know what I mean? 92k HP, 3.7k defense, 188 speed. Masteries, I can't even remember what I have on him. Defense and support 3. We have Bulwark as tier 6. These are pretty good masteries for Arena as well, if you are interested in something like that to use him in Arena. If we're looking at Rector Dread, I already showed you Geomancer, so we find that. These are the masteries on her. So we have Unshakable, more resistance. And this is the build on her. So we have 60k HP, 2.4k defense, 268 speed, 633 resistance. Now I would probably need easily 100 more resistance to make sure I'm not getting debuffed by that damn boss, okay? And that's not easy to achieve, guys. Definitely not easy to get your champions to 750 plus resistance, 250 plus speed just to keep them in a sweet spot. I could lower the speed on her and get the resistance, which again, it wouldn't be necessarily the worst idea. I actually used the Duchess that I was running in on the Hydra clan boss. I haven't changed nothing on her. She doesn't have enough resistance. She's pretty fast and she's on a regen set. You don't need her as fast as me. You would preferably one half her on tons of resistance, you know. So like that, she doesn't get the bomb zone. Even if you don't have decreased accuracy from Geo. And then we have Kendra Phone. I do have a +2 on him, so that increases his stat by... And that increases his stats by quite a bit. Total stats, 47k HP. 40k HP, sorry. 6.7k attack, almost 6.8. 2.2k defense, 222 speed, full crit rate, 310 crit damage, 246 resistance. Masteries, I have offense and defense 3. I actually have a Ham Smasher as tier 6. I haven't built him specifically for this. But guys, that's kind of like the team, just to give you an idea. I'm definitely gonna work on more guides on how to farm faster all the bosses in the Doom Tower. Do let me know in the comments down below if it's anything specific that you guys might like to see. But that was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace!